Scary story time while I make Christmas theme slime. Get your money's worth. Get your money's worth and what? Let it drain. Y'all already know it's been too long. We're gonna be making snow slime, okay? Now, Kylie had an irrational fear of darkness, the woods, anything like that, right? But she would go hiking, you know, she would go on trails, but she would never camp. Her sister August was the opposite of her. She loved camping, she loved darkness, she loved all of that. So one day, August is trying to convince Kylie to go camping, but Kylie not having it. She not rocking with that idea. Especially because August wants to go camping in the middle of freaking nowhere. No internet service, no nothing. She just wants to go remote camping. So both of their birthdays are coming up, but Kylie's birthday is coming up first. So August is like, girl, like, you need to get over this fear. Let's just go camping together. It's not going to be that bad. And so what does she do? She agrees. I hope this activates. Like, I'm praying. Please. Now, Kylie made August promise that they weren't going to go off trail. They were going to stick to the trail and stick to the regular camping grounds. But when they get there, that's not what happens at all. At all. Okay? They have been hiking for hours at this point. Kylie is tired. It's getting darker. And August is assuring them that they're almost there. But Kylie's also noticing that they're getting further and further away from the campsite where everyone else is at. At this point, Kylie's starting to realize that something's up with her sister and her sister's not acting normal. When they get to their campsite, it is this abandoned house in the middle of freaking nowhere. It's an abandoned mansion, okay? And the first thing that Kylie noticed is like these demonic symbols all over this abandoned mansion. But her sister is still trying to reassure her and tell her everything's okay, nothing's wrong. So now we're gonna make the snow. August told Kylie the only reason why they were staying in the abandoned mansion is because there was a storm coming and it was supposed to rain that night. So obviously Kylie is a little thrown back, but she's like not as alarmed as she regularly would be. Y'all, I don't know how much instant snow I need. Like, oh my gosh. They set up camp in the mansion. They eat their food. And this is where everything goes left. I have to put this in the bowl because like it's not like it's just gonna overflow out of here. While Kylie is eating her food, she's starting to feel extremely weird. Like she's starting to feel dizzy. She can't really speak and she just passes out. When homegirl finally wakes back up, she's tied up and something's over her mouth. She's looking around to find her sister, and guess what? Her sister's not next to her, okay? Actually, her sister's in front of her. Her sister's in front of her with a large object. Her sister is basically telling her she like hates her and she wishes that she would just because their parents like always choose her for everything. Y'all, I don't know if this is gonna activate. I mean, it looks like it is, but August is jealous of her sister because her sister gets more attention than her. So she was planning to her, basically. So she's talking to her and she was actually not even just planning to her. She was planning to do a demonic ritual. Hello? And she tells Kylie this while she's sitting up tied up crying. She tells her, I promise you I hate you. All this ugly type of stuff, y'all. The only thing Kylie could really do at this point is pray, because guess what? August is coming and going. She's not staying at this demonic mansion with her, and Kylie is starting to hear things. She's starting to feel things touch her when no one's there, okay? So at this point, Kylie's boyfriend knows something is up because he hasn't heard from her, and technically she's a missing persons now. So they go, the police, everyone is doing a mass search for her, right? So Kylie's boyfriend is like, there's an abandoned mansion in the woods, like deep in the woods. It's probably like a mile or two away from here. I'm gonna go hike to see if she's there, right? When he finds her, she's bruised. She's what's that word? She's not in it. Like she's been tied up for 3 days, y'all. Barely any food and water. And guess where August is at? August is soaking up all the attention that her parents has given her because their other daughter is missing. I'm gonna add some more of these green things in here because I feel like the slime is definitely eating, y'all. I don't know. I feel like I ate. So when she's found, an investigation obviously takes place, and they find out that August, she had this whole entire thing planned. They search her room, and she was literally going to unalive her sister that same day that her boyfriend found her. So how creepy is that? Like always, when story times are sent in to me, I cannot tell y'all if these are real or these are fake. And a lot of people, I feel like they do send me story times that they find online somewhere, and that's completely okay. Like, if you just find a story online and you want me to tell it, send it to me. Big store-bought slime with me while I tell y'all my deepest, darkest secrets. Y'all wanted a series, so y'all got one. Get your money's worth and what? Let it drain. We're gonna start off with this one, and it's called Candy Crunch, and there's some stuff in it. I literally used to be obsessed with Gacha Life. I could never open these, but I used to be obsessed with Gacha Life. So I was like 14 when I discovered Gacha Life, okay? Okay, it comes with sprinkles. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty, and there's a bubble on top. Anyways, literally back in, oh my gosh, 2018, 2019, playing Gacha Life as a 14, 15-year-old, you're a freak. I used to spend an unhealthy amount of time on Gacha Life for a 14, 15-year-old, like day in, day out, all night editing. That's actually how I learned to edit. It smells good. Oh my gosh. So the only people who knew I played Gacha Life was my sisters. Like, nobody else knew. And back in 2019, they were barely accepting people watching anime. We pouring this in here. Not gonna pour that much. There we go. We finna add some shaving cream because this slime is just not it. But me being into the secret hybrid princess as a 15-year-old back then, yeah, I would literally have been made fun of. So I literally just kept it a secret. And if people were like, oh, do you know what Gacha Life is? And I was like, I'll be like, yeah, I heard of it. I heard of it. I literally had an account. I was posting videos. Like, y'all, it was deep. The color was so beautiful. I'm so sad that I had to like add shaving cream. And I still watch Gacha Life to this day. What are you gonna do about it? I don't care that I'm 20 years old and watching Gacha Life. I don't care. Honestly, y'all, I think I fixed this slime because it's way more stretchy and it's making noises. And it's actually really pretty. Oh my gosh. I actually like this series. This is fun. Anyways, y'all, on to the next secret. This one is called Sprinkled Donut. I used to actively smell my crushes. Yeah. This is gonna sound so bad, but one of my crushes was my teacher. I literally was crushing on that man so bad, y'all. This one smells good. Wait. I honestly spoke too soon because as soon as like you whiff it in, it starts to hurt. Anyways, yeah, one of my crushes. What's this? Yeah, this is just, whoa. This is just super hard. That's what she said. This specific PE teacher, he was like, I would say like an assistant teacher. He wasn't like our real PE teacher. I ain't gonna say his name, but y'all, I was crushing on that young black man. I was crushing on him. And he would come to school with this one specific cologne on. I can't tell y'all what it was, but it smelled amazing. And like my friends would literally make fun of me for smelling him, and I feel so bad for this teacher because he probably felt so uncomfortable because this was a normal like occurrence. Like I would see him, run up to him, hug him, smell him. And I would do it in the open with him because he was a teacher, but with like my freaking other crushes, they did not know. Like there was this one boy who sat in front of me, and I would like go up front. I was one of those yeah. I forgot to show y'all, this one came with like sprinkles because it's a sprinkled donut. So y'all don't come for me, but I used to have a crush on Larry James Charles. Okay, I won't say I had a crush on James Charles, but I used to think James Charles was actually really cute. Larry or Larry, regardless of which one it is, I used to have a crush on that man. And I'm not talking about like his recent look. I'm talking about like 2019, 2020, like, Me and my siblings were literally obsessed with his videos, and he was just always cute to me. So, I mean, hey. Okay, y'all. I used to make fake accounts to, like, catfish people. I don't know why. Like, this was when I was, like, 13, 14, and me and my sisters would just make a whole bunch of, like, light-skinned boy Snapchats and Instagrams and just, like, text people. I know it sounds so evil now, and looking back, I don't know why we did this. Y'all, I'm saying this is a success. Like, look, it's definitely way more stretchy. It makes a little bit of sound now. Listen to this. I farted in class and blamed it on the kid next to me, and he had headphones in. So, like, when people looked my way, I would just do this. Okay, for, like, context... This was like after lunch, and we had like nachos and beans for lunch. Bean dip. I don't know what they did because beans don't affect me. I don't know what they put up in there. Y'all, stomach literally just started rumbling out of nowhere in class, and I was like, oh, this is the end of me. I cannot make the perfect freaking... I was like, oh, this is the end of me. What am I gonna do? And I went to move, and it just said... Literally the whole class gets quiet. Looks my way. I go. And he had headphones in, he ain't know. I could do like a full story time on that because y'all, it actually gets worse from there. Like, it's it causes actual beef, y'all. Actual beef between me and that kid. Since this one is called a sprinkled donut, I just thought that I'd like go to the name, y'all. Here we have it, an ugly sprinkled donut. Why is it? Yeah, an ugly sprinkled donut. All right, y'all, bye. If you made it to the end of the video, go subscribe to my YouTube channel because I will be posting a vlog about all the stuff that I bought today and all that good stuff, how to make slime, all that good stuff. Story time on how my dad's girlfriend kicked me out of the house when I was 14 while I make slime. Get your money's worth and let it drain. Yeah. So basically my dad was at work and it's like me and my siblings like in the living room, right? So we start having like a regular sibling argument, right? I was basically telling one of my siblings that they needed to take a shower because no. I put like water in here, that's why it's so gooey. So my sister's mom like walks into the kitchen while we're arguing. So she's in the kitchen and I tell my sister, I'm like, you need to take a shower. You smell like a sriracha chicken packet. Hurry up and get in there. Mind you, it wasn't just me telling my sister to take a shower. It was like all of us telling her to take a shower. Next thing you freaking know, like her mom butts into the argument. She starts going, oh no, my baby doesn't stink. Like y'all stink, my baby doesn't stink, right? Now, me and my other sisters are looking at her like, where did you come from? She's like, y'all are the ones that stink, whatever. Like, she's just like repeating herself. I'm telling her like, she stinks. Like, I don't see the issue. Like, she clearly freaking stinks. Like, what is so hard for you to understand? She says, shut up, y'all stink. And so I say, no, we don't. She says, say it one more time. I look at her face, I say, no, we don't. So then she walks over to where I'm at. And she like tries to drag me off of like the couch and like I dead weight on her, so I just drop all my weight on her and she's like struggling to drag me outside. She ended up dragging me out obviously and she locked the door and I'm like banging on the door. I'm like, let me back in, and she's like, no, like you're so disrespectful, I'm gonna call your dad, like bossy blue. Now I'm embarrassed because I'm standing outside with my hair on top of my head in pajamas. Like, so then I walked to my childhood's best friend's house and, you know, his grandma let me in and everything. And she asked me like what happened and I told her what happened. So I was kicked out of the house at like 2 p.m. and I didn't leave my childhood best friend's house until like 9:30 p.m. So my dad ended up calling my childhood best friend's grandma and, you know, she gave me the phone and everything, and don't mind my ring and the slime, but she gave me, you know, the phone, and I'm talking to my dad. I'm telling him what happened. Now, naive and dumb of me, I'm over here thinking that he's gonna be like, oh baby, you know, go home and I'm gonna handle it when I get to the house. He sits up there on my phone and goes, you were being disrespectful, that's what you get, you better be happy I'm not whooping you when I get home. What? So this is around the time where like I didn't really have a phone. Like I did not have a phone at all. My dad did not get me a phone, a new phone. My sister broke my phone and my dad just never replaced it. And to answer y'all questions in my last video, like how did my mom react? She was actually really mad. Like when I tell y'all she was peed off, she was peed off. Like she was angry. A lot of the things she said I cannot repeat on here. And she couldn't get to us at the time because my dad kind of like kept us away from her, you know. So it's just a very tricky situation that I like can't really get into. But yeah, that's the story time on how my dad's girlfriend put me out. Story time on how my house burnt down while I make slime. I was debating on posting this one because it's traumatic. Get your money's worth and let it drain. I didn't forget. I was like 12. I was in the 7th grade. This happened in 2017. Yeah. It was around Thanksgiving, and me, my mom, my siblings, we decided that we were going to go to one of our auntie's house for Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving Eve, and my grandfather, he was supposed to come with us, but he was like, no, because, you know, he'll get more money if he stays home and works on, like, you know, Thanksgiving. So he drops us off at the bus stop, and the last time I seen him was Thanksgiving Eve. We make it to my auntie's house, Thanksgiving goes by, and then the morning after Thanksgiving is where things start to get crazy. I had woken up really early in the morning, and it was weird to me because we were on break, so I'm gonna sleep in because I have school. So I usually sleep in the morning times, but this specific time I didn't. I wake up, I'm like, okay, this is a little weird, but let me just see what's going on, because I didn't see my mom and my other sisters. They were like sleeping, and I didn't see my cousin either. I go to the living room and I see my baby cousin, and she's in there, and she just doesn't look like herself. She's usually very loud, she's usually very positive, very happy, but she wasn't giving that. So I tried to pull like a little jokey joke to make her feel better, but it just wasn't working, and she had a tear streaming down her face. I'm like, what's going on? So then I'm like hearing somebody's voice outside, but I didn't know whose voice it was. And then I heard like the front door open, and I hear my mom say our neighbor's name. Immediately my head just goes to my grandfather, right? So I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? So now I'm serious. My other sisters, they start to wake up because they felt the weird feeling in the morning too. They're asking me what's going on. I don't know what's going on. My mom has always been very dramatic, so I'm just thinking, okay, maybe mom is doing too much because she is dramatic, you know. But my mom comes in and she basically tells me and my sisters what's going on, and what had happened was our house had caught on fire. Yeah. So how the fire started was because the furnace had caught on fire. Like, we had this ground furnace and it caught on fire, and it spread quickly because my grandfather was kind of a hoarder. We're all the way up in Victorville. I'm from Pasadena, California, and this happened in Monrovia. I don't know if there's any news articles about it, but yeah. So we drive down from Victorville and we're at the hospital. I forgot what hospital he was at, and we're trying to figure out everything that's going on. We ended up going back to our home. The fire department and the police were just basically trying to figure out how the fire started and what caused it or whatever. And again, we later found out that it was the furnace. My grandfather's last moments conscious was basically they pulled him out of the fire and he went back in because we had cats, we had turtles, everything. So he was trying to save them. People immediately thought that he was trying to save his stuff, but me personally, I believe he was trying to save our animals because he had this cat that he named Kai, but he found out Kai was a girl, so we named her Kaina. She had just given birth like 2-3 weeks prior, so I believe he went back in there to save our animals. Our animals were fine. They were at the vet or whatever. They had burnt, like the cats had their whiskers burnt and stuff like that. It was actually pretty traumatic, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. And my middle school was Clifton Middle School, and they gave us the Christmas that we were supposed to have. Like, they gave us gift cards, y'all. If it wasn't for my middle school, we wouldn't have had a Christmas. My grandfather died after a couple days of being in the hospital because it was just too much for him, for real. And the reason why he didn't smell the smoke at first was because he was diabetic. So he took like medicine and it knocked him out through the night. It knocked him out. So I'm surprised they even got him up, because when he's out, he's out. Or, well, he was. This is actually my first time talking about this story without shedding a tear. Actually, my first time talking about the story out loud in general. After this, we literally had nowhere to go. We ended up staying with my cousins for a while, but after he died, like, our life just went downhill. I'm gonna be so real. But that's like the story on how my house burnt down, y'all. Yeah. Scary story time at 3 a.m. Appalachian Mountain Edition while I make slime. For those of you who did not know, I also make YouTube videos, scary story time YouTube videos. So yeah, currently making one now. Get your money's worth and let it drain. Monica and her best friend rented a cabin for her birthday. Now, when they arrived, everything was nice. The trail was nice. They had a fun time. But this specific cabin had an outhouse. So unfortunately, at around 1:30 a.m., Monica had to use the bathroom pretty badly. She's scared, but of course she goes to use the bathroom. And as she's going, she's in complete darkness. And she hears her best friend's voice saying, "Come here." Same pitch, same slang, everything, but she whispered it. So Monica responds back like, "Girl, what? Like, I'm using the bathroom." And then the voice laughed, and it was her exact laugh, but it kind of echoed, and it was weird because it like echoed too many times. And then the voice said, "Come here, I need your help. Like, come to the trees." And that's when she realized the best friend's voice wasn't coming from the cabin, it was coming from the tree line. She sprinted to the freaking cabin because, because she thinking that her best friend need help or her best friend got kidnapped or something. And that's when she found her best friend passed out. She was snoring, drooling, probably having a good old dream before she went up in there and scared her awake. She was screaming. She woke up her best friend. Her best friend's like, "Girl, what's wrong? What's going on?" And that's when she said, "Girl," oh my gosh, she said, "Girl," like, she told her everything that happened basically. And her best friend was like, "Girl, I've been in here the whole time. Like, I wasn't pranking you. Like, I've been in here the whole time." So when they told the cabin owner the next morning, the cabin owner was like, "Well, yeah, the trees echo what you fear at night. So that's why the locals don't go out at night." As a matter of fact, why did you even let me, why wouldn't you tell me the rules If you knew this, why wouldn't you tell me before, man, I'm stuttering. But why wouldn't you tell me the rules? And then why would you have an outhouse knowing that I'm not supposed to be going outside at night? That don't even make no sense. I'm not supposed to be going outside at night and you got an outhouse. Man, this is rigged. I blame the owner. I blame the owner. Scary story time on how I was stalked and chased by racist white men while I make slang. It wasn't just me, it was me, my sisters, and my dad's girlfriend. Get your money's worth and let it drain. So right down the street from Las Vegas High School, there is this freaking burrito spot. She takes us or whatever, and we notice that there is these white men in these red trucks, like just playing kind of like weird racist music, but we're minding our business because they're minding theirs, right? And we make it to the burrito spot, whatever, cool, right? And why does my freaking shaving cream activate my slime? So we get our burritos or whatever, and we walk out and we notice that we don't see this truck anymore. So we're still walking, and then next thing you know, we see the truck pull in to go to the gas station. Even though they were just parked somewhere else, they're pulling to the gas station. Okay, cool. So we're still walking, we're chatting, we're smacking it up. And why does me and my dad's girlfriend, we peeped that this red truck keeps spinning the block. So my dad's girlfriend told us to speed it up so we can make it home, whatever. Okay, cool. So we start walking faster, and we don't see this red truck anymore, whatever. We make it to the gate of Las Vegas High School, which was my high school. So we're walking, and then we start to hear this loud music, right? So we turn around, and we see the same, red truck with these white men inside. But this time they're screaming at us, and they're basically screaming like, the N-word, and they throw beer cans, and like some thing with liquid in it, but it misses us. And we started to, my dad's girlfriend told us to run, so we started to run, and they started to like say, run, N-word, run. Like, it's not funny, but that's what they started to say, right? So I'm sitting here, and I'm running, I'm booking it, right? As soon as they sped up that car, I was like, we ain't making it. Like, they're on the car, we're on split, like, we're not gonna make it. And they're literally just screaming racial slurs at us, and then they just speed off, laughing. And we literally, like, okay, so how... We lived in the gated community that was right next to Las Vegas High School. We literally ran and booked it and then jumped the fence to our house. And we locked all the doors, and we were just quiet for a good hour. And I'm not even gonna lie, we were all scared, even my dad's girlfriend. That was one of the scariest racial things that I've been through, or racist things that I've been through. But it's not the scariest, I won't lie to you. And by the way, to the people in my last video talking about that's what you get because you listen to Melanie Martinez. Put a pin in that, pause the conversation. First of all, I literally stated in the beginning of the video that freaking story time was 3 years old. So yes, I was listening to Melanie Martinez 3 years ago because I didn't know that she was accused of being a freaking rapist. I guess this is just my opinion, but I don't think anybody deserves to get raped or sexually assaulted. So for the people in my comments talking about that's what you get, you got raped. For one, I was never raped. I never once claimed in that video that I was ever sexually assaulted, so I don't know where y'all are getting that one from. Y'all just need to listen to the video next time. I don't listen to Melanie Martinez anymore, okay? Ask that question before you start saying mean, hurtful things. Anyways, this bad boy, this is the best glue. I'm not sponsored yet, but this is the best glue, especially if you're working with laundry detergent. Comes out thick and nice every single time. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Crazy rules that my strict religious mother had on me while I was growing up. While I make iceberg slime, I don't know. I feel like this one is gonna be pretty common, but like I couldn't talk to boys, and y'all already know the dealio. Get your money's worth, and what? Let it drain. Y'all know. Y'all know. Let's clock my mother's tea. I wasn't allowed to talk to boys. If I talked to boys, it was an issue. If I talked about liking a boy, it was an issue. Like, I was not allowed to talk to boys, and that's why I say it was just common. And I got this from Five and Below. I'm gonna try it. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. I remember there was this one time that I liked this boy at my school. Y'all, it is not working. I liked this boy at my school, and she wasn't having it. She wasn't having it. She literally did not let me watch TV for like a week. I was not allowed to watch TV after I got home and before I went to bed for a week. Y'all, it's not working, so we're gonna stick with the Elmer's glue one. Yeah. Hey, y'all, I was not allowed to have a phone or social media, and I only got an Obama phone because I went to middle school, and I needed to text her like for emergencies or whatever. But Literally, my Obama phone was so heavily watched. It wasn't even a phone, y'all. Like, it wasn't even a phone. Literally, my Obama phone shut off at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. So the only like social media app that I had was this freaking fake app called like Pixar or something, or no, like Instapic. It was Picklock, like I don't know, it was something. And I literally would just post my pictures on there because like I was around my cousins, and my cousins had Instagram, Snapchats, and then the people at my school had Instagram, Snapchats, and Kicks, and I was just left out, y'all. At 13, I had to go to sleep at 7 p.m. sharp. 7 p.m. I could not be up past 7 p.m. And if we were up past 7 p.m., it was because we were saying our prayers, okay? Me and my sisters were not allowed to listen to like provocative music, like hip hop, anything with cussing, excessive cussing, all that. The only reason why, the only reason why I knew what rap music was because of my dad, and like the only rap he would listen to was like E40. So yeah, I was sheltered growing up. Like, I couldn't even watch like certain TV shows, y'all. Like, me and my siblings were only allowed to watch JC and Casey and Corey Kenshin. Like, those are the only YouTubers that we were really allowed to watch. Or like 5-minute crafts. My mom monitored us like no tomorrow, okay? She would check our tablets. She would check our phones constantly. She would go through our phones. We weren't really allowed to have sleepovers. And then we were homeschooled at one point. So we really just had no friends. Hey, y'all, time for the snow part. Oh my gosh. It's like really like a container. Like, ooh, I'm kind of scared, y'all. I don't know what to think. Okay, y'all. It came with a spoon. And we gonna put like 2 droplets. I've never made this before. Don't come for me, y'all. Don't come for me. Oh my gosh, how do I get it back in here? Oh my gosh. Now I'm gonna use just like a tad bit of water. Yo. Oh my gosh, it's growing. Oh my gosh. It's growing. I'm scared to put this in my slime, Loki. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna pour this whole thing in here. It fell on me. I feel like I'm making a mess. Because I accidentally put cold water in here instead of, oh my gosh, wow. It definitely like loosened it up. Ugh. And then like when we started to live with my mom again, y'all, remember when I told you she was a Black Karen and we called her Black Karen? Yeah, like I wasn't lying about that. Like as we started to get older, like all of that strict stuff was just like, come on, like why you acting like this? And it's like some stuff she was lenient on, and then other stuff she was just like, no. Like we literally had to put our phones in the basket. When I was 16, I had to put my phone in a basket on the counter at like, what? For me, I think it was like 9:30, and for my siblings it was like 8 o'clock. Y'all, it did unactivate my slime. I just had to put so much activator. But yeah, like those are some strict rules. Like she definitely had way more, but those are just like on the top of my head. But honestly, I don't know if this slime feels it definitely feels different, but like, I mean, what's different about it? Like, what does it do besides it's just like turned white now? My phone is literally at 1%, y'all, but this is like the finished product. Yeah, I know. Crazy. But I mean, super sticky. How do you get it to like not be so sticky? Because I put so much activator. Like, I also couldn't cuss. Like, I would get in trouble for saying the D word, the H word. Like, me and my sisters could not cuss. And I remember there was this one time where I was filming a video on my like Obama phone, and I said the D word. And my mom came across the video. Y'all, I literally had my phone taken away for a month. Like, yeah. And people be like, oh, why don't you cuss now? Like, you're grown. I don't cuss because I don't want to cuss. I don't see the purpose in it. It's not because like my mom, because I used to cuss. Like, I used to have a potty mouth. But now I don't care. Okay, y'all, so I lied. This slime actually eats. Also, let me know if you guys want a part 2. And I had to unplug the light for my charger because my phone was on 1%, like I said. But look how fun this slime is. Like, look, poke. Okay, bye. Scary story time while I fix store-bought slime, period. Get your money's worth in what? Let it dream. I hope I don't mess up my beautiful pajamas. This one is called Cotton Candy. Y'all think it's gonna smell like it? So for those of you who are new here, you probably aren't aware I live in a haunted house. That's number one. Comes with stars. Anyways, so for the past couple of nights, there has been sounds. Ugh. Wait. I'm sorry, this caught me off guard. But there has been sounds of like something dropping, like something moving, something dropping, cabinets opening, doors closing. And you know, I'm used to seeing things and I'm used to like hearing things, but like I'm not used to like slamming doors, slamming cabinets. Y'all, this is just literally gooey slime. Like it stretches, but it's like, oh my gosh. Does it pop at least? Well, and then the other night I literally heard like somebody in the kitchen and then walk into the bathroom and close the bathroom door. And I thought it was my auntie. I go in there, I'm in the kitchen because I'm thinking someone's in the kitchen with me, y'all. Like somebody's in the like the bathroom or whatever. And then like I go to the bathroom and nobody's in there. Yeah. But it's like I'm just so used to it now. It doesn't like, it freaks me out, but it doesn't freak me out. I don't think there's any fixing this slime because it's just like, it's getting more stretchy, but it's like, I hate the gooey consistency. I don't know, but I'm gonna try. So yesterday, so I'm sitting down and I'm playing the game, right? And then me and my grandma, we hear like a noise in the kitchen, like something dropped. Like it sounded like something moved and dropped. So my grandma, she basically goes to ask my auntie if she was in the kitchen. And my auntie goes like, no, I wasn't in the kitchen. And I'm obviously like, I'm playing the game. There's no way I could be in the kitchen while I'm playing the game. So I'm like, well, it's clear that I wasn't in the kitchen. Again, since me and my family are so used to this, we just be like, that's scary. Somebody was probably in here with us. Literally, recently, I started hearing my name, y'all. Like somebody saying my government, okay? Because y'all don't know my government. But someone saying my government. And I was just like, but y'all, this slime, it's not a bad slime. It's just, it wasn't what I expected. I expected, like, the rest of the category, not gooey slime. I'm sorry if I seem so uninterested. I'm trying to get myself to feel better because of all the goals that I've accomplished. And also with that being said, thank y'all so much for 1,000,000 freaking followers. Like that's insane. I wish I could celebrate. I appreciate y'all so much. I want to make like an official appreciation post because this is crazy. And by the way, it doesn't smell like cotton candy. It smells like factory. Story time on how my dad beat me up over a speaker while I make slime. Get your money's worth and let it drain. You already know. I was like 14 years old when this happened. And basically, my dad had this speaker that he would let me and my siblings use from time to time. I also found out that my shaving cream activates my slime, but yeah. So I had went into the room to ask him to use the speaker. He lets me use it or whatever. And I had noticed that the charger port was kind of like, you know, slanted. I didn't really think anything of it because I was just playing music on it. So I go outside, I plug the music up, I'm sitting in the chair and I'm out there and my childhood best friend comes around and he's just singing and dancing with me or whatever. Like we're literally kids, okay? I'm outside for like 5 or 10 minutes and my dad, he calls my name and so I go inside and he's like, what'd you do to my speaker? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm looking at him confused like he on crack. I'm like, what is she talking about? I didn't break your speaker. And he's like, you did. And I'm like, I didn't. So we're going backwards and forth for a good 30 seconds before he picks up the speaker and throws it at me. When I tell y'all, I was like, to like explain the structure of the speaker, it was like this with a handle, but it was obviously bigger and it was lightweight. So I'm sitting there in shock and he realizes that I'm not crying. So he gets up and y'all, it goes left from there. Kind of pushed me into the wall and I fell down and my sisters get up because now they can hear the commotion and they're like, what's going on? My dad just starts like whooping me with the belt and I'm sitting there still not crying, y'all. Like I swear I was not crying. I'm gonna be completely transparent. At first I wasn't crying because I knew he was doing it for a reaction. He wanted a reaction out of me. But then when I seen my sisters looking scared, I just started crying because I knew like if I don't start crying, he's not gonna stop and he's probably just gonna do worse. Obviously I start freaking crying and he goes into like the living room and he gets this Puma shoe and he right, he like slaps me on my head with it and I had this indent in my head for like 3 days. I had to wear a hoodie.
tells me to pack all my bags and get out. Like, my mom's gonna come pick me up on the curb and all this other type of bull crap. I started to pack my bags too, y'all. I was ready to. I don't know what it was. Like, he literally just crashed out, and my sisters were literally about to jump in. My sisters were ready to jump in. They're ready to go to war for me because I'm just that girl, and it's my sister's birthday, so shout out to her, y'all. Before y'all go, this is just me showing you proof that this crap activates my slime uncut. Do y'all see this? Do y'all see this?